Okay. What is up, everybody? This is your boy, such a motherfucking heavy standing in here. It's a dose of crypto, Forex, and maybe some stocks. We'll see today. Probably touch base on stocks. Or DGI, not really stocks, so just keep track of the composites. So, with that, thank you all for tuning in. I don't know if anyone's in here. I kind of fucked up and I meant to, I'm a little late, so I apologize. Anyways, with that, we'll pause this music. I had a Virtual Riot back-to-back mod step set playing in the background. Motherfuckers went off. Holy shit. Highly recommend it. If you're into the dubstep, very, very good. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna save it. I'm just gonna reset. Okay. I will get this going right now. I'm gonna transition this, move this over here. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Transition. Welcome everybody. Before we get into the intraday stuff, I want to talk about the larger time frame, just a little bit, just real quick, so we can get a general idea of why I'm thinking and how I'm trying to think it. So, from the highest degree, I personally feel, it doesn't have to happen this way, I personally feel like this is going to end up being a W, an X, and a Y. Okay? This first move is clearly a flat, and the reason why I'm with this is because I am a firm believer this is 5 ways. Until that is invalidated at some point, being that, you know, this idea doesn't come true, the other way, let's see, A, B, C. This would be a W, X, Y. This would be some counter move. But regardless, I'm a firm believer that is a 5-wave impulse. And so, piecing that into the entire count, you know, it's been some trickery, you know. When we first had this 5-wave impulse to the downside, I thought after this move here, it was going to come out to the downside. But as soon as it broke that high, I knew that it wasn't. And so it was left me to wonder, like, why is this 5-wave impulse right here? Now, it might not be a 5-wave impulse. It might be a combo YXY, XZ type shit. I'm just missing. But to me, that looks like a pretty good impulse, especially since the first move down was clearly 5 waves. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It really shows or holds all the things we needed in order to determine it as an impulse. The extension was further than 1.618. It broke a channel. So all reasons to, you know, think that's an impulse. But the question was, like, how do I fit this into the entire thing? And so, I think I found something that makes sense. 2 things before we start getting into it, because this is how I'm counting it. I'm a believer that this is W, this is X, and this is Y. Y can be done. This can be the low, and we can move up impulsively from this point. That is 100% logical. We made a low point. Damn near in this zone we look for in order to hold the confines of system wave compatibility. Not only that, but this move to the downside also hit the extensions, a minimum requirement for extension you need to say that we can move up and end this corrective phase. Another thing, this move from this high to this low also made the minimum requirement in order to sustain say we're going up impulsively again. But just because that happened doesn't mean we're gonna go up. We have to study what's happening in here. Just try to figure out what the fuck where it's probably gonna go. I'm 50-50. I really don't know. It could go up, it could go down. Because again, like I said, Y can be done. This can be leading diagonal 1. This can be 2, 3, 4, 5, C wave, and then come to the downside again. Or it's going to do what I personally think is what's going to happen, just because call me crazy and stuff, but I think stocks and all that are due for a retrace fairly soon, if not within this week. Well, I think this week. Within this week. So, with that understanding, if stocks are going to do bad, crypto should not do good. It just doesn't work like that. So, during their sell-off, I think that would be this. This doesn't scream impulse at all to me, saying that we're trending to the upside. The only way that will be an impulse if it ends up being a diagonal, which is possible. Okay? Now let's dive into the intraday stuff, and now that we have an understanding of what I am thinking on the higher time frame. We can be done, we can move up impulsively, but nothing has given me that confidence so far in this structure down here. So I cannot say that yet without some lack of confidence. So let's go into the lower time frame. It's also subjective. Some analysts would claim this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. I don't like that at all. Why? This 2 compared to this 4 completely makes no sense. Number 2, second reason. This is clearly 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. Clearly, you cannot denote that as any other single way. You cannot. If you do, you're literally disregarding rules. Literally. You're literally choosing to disregard that rule that this has to be a 5 of impulse if this is going to be a true 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be a 5-wave motive because the extension here was impulsive and not of a diagonal. So that you're choosing to ignore that. I know it's not you guys, but I'm saying that the person who has the idea. Choosing to ignore that. Why? I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. So, I'm a believer that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All an impulse from this high to this low, and I think this was a running flat here. This truncated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, running flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, truncation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's why that was so violent and so quick, because there's a lot of pressure to the downside. Because the truncation, it showed that there's a lot of pressure. Again, so this doesn't scream out impulsive to me. It looks corrective. And let's jump back out just so we can get understanding of where how much time do we have to play with in this range to figure out what the fuck's going to happen. Don't rush into anything, by the way. Don't rush into anything. Be patient. I'm going to short from the very, very, very fucking top. So I got very lucky on that, to be honest. I knew I had an order up there set from yesterday. I got stopped out of my short yet from this morning because I shorted the initial pop. I thought it was going to end up being a leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then we made another wave to the upside, which has now kind of confused me, but we'll get into that. What I'm trying to figure out is how much time do we have for Y here? Another option is that you move this here, and honestly, I'm gonna have to go back. Probably without you guys here, because it'll take just way too long checking all the pivots and retracement zones. But I'm still not 100% certain on this area. Okay? I'm not. There's 2 interpretations to it, and I want to interpret this. I want to properly calculate the second interpretation. Well, the initial interpretation I had, which was this was A, B, C, D, E. Whoops. A, B, C, D, E. And this ends up being a triangle. Neutral, not neutral. I forgot what we call those triangles. It's a neatly pattern, and this will end up being A, and then this would either be, again, A, B, C, which I'm with that, and then it's A, B, C, which line is here. Second alteration is that it didn't really matter for our structure here, but I'm very curious because I just want to know. The other alteration is that this is the top and not this, and just all you do is move this over to this. Personally, with time, what works the best is the neutral triangle, because this is clearly this is one move. That's one move. This is one counter move. This, unless it's a C wave, wouldn't make sense for an a WXY. It would make sense for a C wave, but when I went to study the market action in this move from this low to this high, it looks like a combo, zigzag. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. That was this move right here from this point to that point was not 5 waves. It was 3. So the only way I could denote that is a combo with an X wave right there. And so I couldn't label this with confidence being C wave and A, B, C. And that's why this neutral triangle was like really kind of like screaming my, like talking to me a lot. It was like, bro, study me a little bit more to figure out if this is exactly it or not. So I'm going to do that later. But for now, we're going to continue on. This zone here is the time we expect Y wave to end. If we end up floating and fluttering up in this range beyond this vertical box I'm about to make, we cannot be bearish any longer. We have to flip bullish because time is up. Time is up. Unless we're completely wrong on studying phases. That's the beauty about Neo Wave and Fibonacci time analysis, because even though you don't have an exact wave count, if time is up and you're studying, say, okay, this is an entire corrective phase, and all of a sudden time's up, we flutter, time's up, but we don't know what the fuck the count is. Well, since time is up, if we are indeed studying this in the correct manner, being that this is all one corrective phase, that means the intermediate subwaves of this entire phase will hold some sort of symmetry between each other. And therefore, just by listening to time, you could probably get in a good long if this was to happen. Because time is up. Time has compressed enough to say we're done. And if this is indeed going to be a corrective phase, this is a wave, this is a wave, and this is a wave. Okay? It's the beauty of it. I'm going to also label this purple because that's my purple vertical, not my gold vertical. Alright, so when just looking at this, it looks like it has a very high chance of being true, right? Let's take into account one last thing. Can I'm with that idea that this is either from this point to or this point, all this to this low is one move, and this is a counter move. The other option is that this, I actually like this too as well, to be honest. So let's check something real quick. Okay, so that's why I had that vertical box. All right. So this is going to be the first move. This is the second move. This is the third move, being 3, 3, 3, zigzag, flat, some X. That fits the rule of alteration. And time looks pretty good too at this point. We have up until this vertical box to complete this idea. So what does this mean? I know you're like, what? This doesn't really help me provide any trading strategy or trading plan. Let me tell you why we do this and why I show you this. Let me just label that so we're not getting confused. And I also want to just go ahead and just get rid of these MAs because they're not really any use for us right now. So if this is going to be a WXY, it must hold very specific rules. So far, it's holding all the rules we need in order to say this is a logical possibility. Some three-way move. It could end up being there. Since this was a zigzag, this honestly could have been interpreted as a flat because how much that comes up. I know it looks pretty dumpy. I'm with the idea that this is A, B, C. Again, I'm short from that level. I'm looking to add, but I need to see something that gives me confidence in a setup to add the rest of my position. I'm only in like 50% of what I'm normally trading with. So I'm with this. This, to me, makes the most sense, you know. Move, move, move. W and a flat, I guess, or a zigzag. I don't know how you would want to interpret that. That's a 6-weight. Structurally, that looks good for a WXY. The other alteration, though, will kind of fuck us for a little bit. Meaning that this is all one move, which is possible. This is A, this is B, this is C. It's possible. And here's what would happen in this structure here. If this ends up being like this, and this is all one move, well, we won't go down until over here. This will end up being... What's so confusing to me is the fact that this move up looks like a 5-wave impulse. And this looks like a 5-wave. It is a possibility that this is A, B, C, but I don't really like the time aspects of it. That's why that's why I haven't added to this position, because even though the setup was good, everything's good, the high time frame looks like it should roll over, I cannot distinguish an actionable setup on a low time frame. I cannot distinguish it. Earlier today, when I held that short, like I said, I had a short up here. It hit, and people were. I was low key kind of worried because like it looked like I wanted to run on this. But this just looked like a very valid diagonal, super valid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I had to hold on to that. All I did was set my stop there, and I knew if it went up, then obviously I was wrong. But since this idea seemed like a very high probability, there's no reason for me not to take it. But from that point, you know, we haven't really moved down impulsively in 5 waves. We don't have to necessarily, because this is what we do. We do if we're going to do this. WXY, because this is impulse. So this, we would expect this to be 5 waves, and very similar to that. Very similar. But it's not really looking like that. It's not. Like the way, like even though we broke down on less time and complexity, we have triggered our reversal setup. We didn't break down in a 5 of impulse. It's not one I could distinguish with confidence, you know. So I cannot really say that we're gonna end up breaking 6,660 like I need to in order to be bearish. And so my other proposal is this, and I'm gonna be watching this zone down here. Usually I try to take a trade with y'all, but I'm already in a trade, so there's no reason for me to look for another trade. So sorry about that. If you're looking for a trade setup, I already took my setup. There's no reason for me to look for anything else. But this is what I'm going to be watching for the remainder of the next 24 to 48 hours. It looks like one or two things. This is going to end up being a weird flat right here up in the top range. It's going to come down one more time, like about right there, and then this will end up coming up one more time. Other option, and now end up coming down one more time. I'm saying A, B, C. Other option, if this is all one move, we're not going to come up one more time. We're going to come down like this. At this, probably break that low right there. Watch for a bounce. If we bounce like that, end up at 6,900 again, then I'm probably gonna buy that low, because then at this point it has made enough complexity to say, okay, we're in range still. We're ranging still. We're still making fucking flats. So let's just figure out how we can trade it. But if we do this, come to this low point right there, don't bounce, break to this low point here, I probably won't long it. I'll just probably hold on to the short, and if price hits this low or breaks that low and then bounces up like this, and then starts trading above 6,700 again, I'll probably take it off, take some profit, like 50%, with anticipation it's going to come up like this, end up making a larger flat, and then that will end up being still a sell setup. Okay. So one has me buying this low if it happens. One will have me taking profit and looking for a double tap on a short. The idea we want is the more bearish idea, which is a YXY, with this being A, this being B, and this being C. The reason why I don't like that is because the initial moves from the top side to this low point has not been of what I would say 5 waves. So I cannot with confidence say go in and short this, stop here, it's going to target here. I cannot say that. If you take a short there though, you hold. Take a short here, you hold. You don't take a short here, that's on support. Unless you have other reasons to. Okay, let's get to ETH. ETH. I think ETH dumped. Oh no. So this is very interesting to me. Very interesting to me. The only thing I don't like though is the disparity between this move here and this two here. So I don't like it so much. I'm not gonna trust it. I actually am gonna go with the idea that this is A, this is B, this is C. 5 wave, C wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You cannot not distinguish this as 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You cannot. This is so clear. So clear. So if this is the A, B, C, I'm gonna same thing. Honestly, the same exact thing. Is this a fucking YXY? I'm very curious. Again, I'm short. I cannot reiterate that enough. I'm short, not looking to add in any positions. And it could honestly go either way. You could say this is WX, you could say this is WX, and they'll both get you with the same idea down here. I personally like this is WX. I personally like this is WX, but this also makes perfect sense. So I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up doing this. Like I said, just be on high alert. Come down here, hold that support, move up like this, move right there. We're gonna for sure break that high. Probably target 170 like that. End up being a sell right there. Ethereum on the highest degree. That looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. We'll see though. Okay. What else? Let's go to. We normally. I'm only gonna pay attention. I'm only gonna look at all the charts we're currently looking to trade or are trading. So we're not gonna dabble into all the crypto pairs. We're only gonna dabble into the ones that we are wanting to trade, or I'm wanting to possibly. There's not a lot I can have an option. I have XRP, I have EOS, and ETH. So I can trade on Bybit. I need to get Litecoin. That'll be cool. Get Litecoin. I don't care about XRP really. I'm still very proud of this call. This was a very good call. Let's look at ETH B2C, see where we're at. We haven't really rejected. We're making some pretty hefty divergences here. I will say though, this looks bearish. Dude, my... Holy crap, what the hell is that? Sorry. I got like a... I took my... Oh, I gotta clean my shoes, holy shit. Got a whiff of my shoe. Basking right there. Hold on. Take a swig of my drink. Ah. Yeah, if I were to study this, I'm saying that this is a move, that's a move, this is about to be a move. We'll see where ETH lies after this point. But I think this is... That's that. And this also may be this. Also contracting W, W, X, Y, A, B, C, D, E. Barrier triangle. That's also a Neely pattern. Very, I think it's a valid one too. W, X, Y. A, B, C, D, E. Look how clean that triangle. It's a very clean triangle right there. As soon as E ends, look how explosive it is. Look at the subwave count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At that point, it makes sense. If you were to claim this as a low, it wouldn't make sense. Look, A, B, C. Yeah, it makes no sense. So I'm with this on East BTC. I'm thinking this will end up breaking up to the upside one more time like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. I'm thinking. This can be just A, this is coming down from B. But the way this is acting right now doesn't look like we're doing that. We can be in a B wave, but so far it doesn't look like that. And this area right now definitely does not look like it's part of this, because if it was, we would, when this ended, we would definitely be down here, but we didn't. We're uptight still, so it's not this entire big structure. This ended some smaller structure, and that's why we're range bound. All right, let's go to EOS. 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 Look at this. 53% profitable. Holy shit, man. Holy shit, man. It's just a strategy I have. I'll need to... For some reason, I just need to do some other things to be really happy with it. But it's a really good strategy if you're just trying to make money and just listen to it. It does... not necessarily repaint, but it does... get back into a trade after you close the trade if the trend is still there. So like right here, it went bullish, closed the trade there, but it's noticed it was still bullish, so it went back bull. Closed the bull, closed it, orders to bull, closed orders bull there, but didn't re-enter bullish because the criteria to re-enter bullish again was not met, and he ended up going bear. So this algorithm works very, very well if you're just trying to follow it with just pure religion. I'm trying to help one of my family members trade, and this is the best way I could help them with that. And I also did it for my members of Elevate Trading, because I know people are out there still trying to find an edge. I better hide that. It's based off Supertrend, which I took Supertrend, tweaked it, added to my own variables. That looks pretty crazy. Anyways, this is Bitcoin though. Let's go to EOS. Okay. Dude, EOS was like a fucking leading diagonal, I'm not gonna lie. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a diagonal, your 4 and 2 will be pretty different in time. Usually your 4 is compressed. That's why I'm not really liking it so much, but it is a possibility. And one I'm going to be watching for. So far, we have not corrected enough to say that we're going to move up again. So I'm not with buying this bullshit here. Can move up, but if it does, then it's something else that we just didn't see and didn't study, and we cannot complain about that and do not chase ever. So if this is going to be true, the bare minimum requirement will be there. Maximum there. And so, since we made a low point before this box, we cannot assume that this is going to be a 1 and 2. We can't. It has to be there. So, maybe A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Watch the reaction in there. If we break below this level here at 238, 239, I'll be bearish. Okay? As of right now, this structure is eerily bullish. Eerily bullish. The freaking eyes are hurting for some reason. Ugh. Sorry. Ugh. Son of a gun. I hit by a tired bug too. Slapped me in the face. Let's go to XCC. Didn't really do what we wanted to. Very strange. I'll prefer if it does this. If it does this, I'm buying, longing everything across the board. Because that makes the most sense to me. Across the board. W, X, or Y. W, X, Y, whatever. A, B, C. Yeah. So XRP. Trying to think how I want to trade. I can't trade Bitcoin Cash, so I'm not going to follow it anymore. So I used to follow and track almost every fucking pair you could think of, but I have learned and noted that it has come at a cost of me wrapping too many things around fucking getting too many things on my plate, and therefore I will be forgetful on specific things, certain things I've thought about on certain charts, and it just won't be good for my trading process, my personal trading. It actually inhibits it. It makes it worse because my mind's focused on too many fucking things. So if I could just focus, and I'm worried about being wrong on those other coins and getting people in fucking bad positions. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm only gonna focus on the coins I want to focus on, and worrying about my own position, not anybody else's who's taking this trade. Doing that will make it so that trade, the ideas I present here and in Discord for my members, are gonna be better. I used to be so adamant about not being, giving the wrong chart to my members publicly because you get fucking scrutinized for it, etc., etc. But I'm done with that. I'm done with that. We're throwing that out the water. I've been slow. If you've been following with me for the past 2 weeks or whatever, or not 2 weeks, about 2 months, you will start seeing and noticing this transition with me saying, when I open up the chart, I'm like, I don't care what my previous analysis was. This is what the chart is telling me, and this is how we're going to trade it, because this is how the chart's telling me that. That's purely not holding any ego and not letting bias play effect, just literally letting the chart play to itself. So I'm only going to follow the charts I want to follow, only trade the coins I want to trade. Again, EOS is subjective. I'm not going to trade it this week. This looks crazy. go to same thing with Litecoin. Is this the possible leading diagonal? Man, I'm very interested. Let's watch the reaction across the board at the golden box across the board. My Litecoin is about to be 40.50 to 40.30-ish. Okay. In my opinion, again, we have not made enough time in order to say we go up even from here, or even if we go straight down and hit there. We would have to make more complexity than we will along that. Okay. As of right now, I'm hesitantly bearish. Well, I'm not hesitantly. I've been stating I'm bearish. So I'm bearish. Break this level on Litecoin 40.30. And it'll probably be breaking the levels on across the board that we've been mentioning. And that would probably give us our confirmation to our idea. Okay, East BTC, EOS, Litecoin. Appreciate it, John. I don't care about Bitcoin Cash. We're not going to care about XRP. We're only going to focus on a few pairs. Don't get oversaturated in your ideas and your charts, because then, like I said, it makes you have silly errors and makes you be forgetful of very specific actionable ideas and things you were targeting and mentioning in certain charts. You just forget about those things, and I've been a victim of that, where I'll have a very specific thing I want to do, say it, state it, then I'll go about my charting the rest of the coins, whatever, and then I'll forget all about it. So we're not going to do that. We're going to stay focused on the very specific few coins and pairs. We don't want to oversaturate ourselves with both our minds and our portfolio value. We don't want to stretch ourselves too thin, both in our mind and actual portfolio value. So, by the way, we're moving on to Forex. The DXY flat call was pretty fucking gas. We did finally hit a low point that I was interested in, but we seemingly have tumbled even further. So, what does that mean for DXY? This is an A, this is a B, this is a C, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is honestly get very bad for DXY. Holy shit. I don't know why it's telling us this. This is such a great play. This is such a great buy too. Fuck, dude. That was a good I wasn't very bearish on that top. What Forex tops tend to be a little bit Forex tops tend to be like that. They tend to range on top. Notice that? Forex pairs tend to be fucking triangles and neutral wedges and shit like that. A lot. Look at this. Neutral wedge. That's not. That's not. That's not. Look at this. A neutral flat. W, X, Y. Very interesting. It's something I'm becoming more accustomed to as I keep studying and charting Forex. So for some reason, right now, DXY is showing me that it's very, very bearish. If this is one, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is probably gonna bounce here. I'm gonna be very curious to what happens here. If we end up making more complexity and ranging below 99.63 for a greater amount of time than this move to this move, then I'm bearish as fuck on dollar. Okay? If from this low point we break up, clear that level I had stated, and less time complexity, we're going to be buying and be bullish on dollar. Right now, I am still going to hold my initial thesis and idea that this is a one gigantic fucking flat and this is going to come down all the way to this level that we've been trying to aim for. Okay. DXY, and again, invalid by trading over 99.60. Trading over 99.60 and or breaking 99.60 in less time and complexity. Okay. Let's go to USD GPY. Also another one that was, that, you know, was a pretty good fucking play. This got us. That's one that's gonna kill me for a while. That fucking, we didn't short that. Well, that was very depressing just watching that run. Anyways, I wouldn't long this at all, but this just looks like an incomplete. Technically, it can be complete with this being the entire intermediate wave, but I would have expected this move to be pretty impulsive and mimicking that, and I didn't do that. We kind of like fucking rounded. So I am kind of with the idea that this is just a correction, and this is A, this is gonna be B, and we're gonna have a weird monster dildo in USD GPY before a death dive to the new lows. And it kind of matches what DXY, what the idea DXY has, that we're going to bounce, at least temporarily, for a little bounce here. And that will provide this bounce here, I'm thinking. I wouldn't long this. I would just look for the short on top. Although the way I would long it is I would just set a trend line here. And if you're able to break over that in less time and complexity and consolidate over there, then you would have to assume it's going to attack this range high. Okay. Other option is just throw your 13 weighted moving average on your 110 weighted moving average, and that will give you a very rough idea of where price is going to go. Works like a charm. Boom. 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 Works like a charm. Boom. Crossed there, but we're still red. Boom. Crossed there, we turn green. Crossed here, we're red. So if this could cross again and turn blue, then that would probably validate that this is at least temporarily moving to the upside. And then we were looking for that short. I'm going to clear that high. Safe short comes when that criteria is met, when it crosses that crossover technique and it goes bearish in momentum. That will confirm this idea. We find our entry and our stop and our risk level using Elliott Wave. We confirm it using these indicators I've created for us. Gold has been on a tear ever since I said. So I was bearish as fuck on gold here, but when we broke here, I turned bullish as fuck. I turned bullish, and even from this point, I was still bullish from this point. But I thought this was gonna end up. I personally thought this was gonna be a bigger flat like this, being 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but it ended up accelerating and creating this diagonal here. One of two things: either this is truly accelerating and gold's literally about to hit $1,800 in like fucking few days, or this is gonna be what I think it's gonna be. This is an ending diagonal here. 1, 2, 3. Not ending diagonal, but this is the final subwave of this structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retrace into the zone. So it's now a diagonal, not an impulse. And so you can find a logical stop placement by a 1-to-1 of 3. I mean, we didn't even see if this is true, because it kind of looks like wave 3 is shorter here. Wow. Wow. Holy crap, man. Ooh. Look at that. That's so close. It's not even funny. How can it? Why will it? Oh, okay, never mind. It is shorter. Barely. Ooh. This is actually a great setup. A fucking like probably one of the best setups I've ever seen in a while. Because look, if this is gonna be truly, if this is gonna be this study, so it has a high probability of being. Wave 5 cannot get over this level at 1750. So your stop would be at 1750. That's your stop. Price cannot get over that. If price gets over that, then we know our idea we're studying is completely wrong and it's going to do something else. I personally would like to see this level break before I even attempt a short. But this risk to reward ratio is pretty phenomenal. You would be targeting 1644 at a bare minimum with your actual target of 1610 and then clout target for 1570. I don't think you'll get there. I think we'll hold at least 1610. Invalid over. It's probably going to do that. I'm thinking. Great short setup though. Very close stop placement. Very, very good. It's very, very easy to understand where you're wrong in this trade. And you have a 4.8 ish to the first level and 8.4 ish to the bottom level. Oh wait, 6.2 ish to the mid level and 8.5 ish to the bottom level. Good setup. I think that gold is actually gonna do the craziest fucking thing ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Gold. Those are levels we're watching. That's the level of validation. I would personally take this trade short, but I don't like trading gold because with my broker, you can't partially. You have to like own a full gold. This is not as profitable as trading smaller currencies for me, just because it's the value of gold is so much more. You know, it moves 10%. I buy fucking $10,000 worth of gold and it moves 10%. That's not a lot if I were to buy $10,000 worth of fucking euro and it moves 10%. That would be a shit ton of way more money than that. So, you know, it is what it is. GBP USD has played well. I called this as the low and we're going to move up. We have done that. But I am ready and eagerly waiting for my opportunity to pull a fucking short out of my ass. One, two, three, four, five. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's probably all 1, 2. This is about done. It doesn't seem done to me. One more up to complete 3, then we'll do this. And that would be your actual. I would be interested in shorts though if this trend line breaks, to be honest with you, because that may indicate this is done. Okay. Your true breaker would be this line to that line, which I think I already broke. Yes, it did. Kind of. We're hugging it. We're right there. We're hugging it. Once we break this trend line with conviction, then we would assume we're starting a new trend to the downside. This sub account's pretty messy. I think it starts here though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be 3, and then a little 4, 5, reject the trend line we broke out of, and then break down hard. Imperially talks of support and resistance. Very interested in that level there. And also that level there. Coincidentally, one of those levels lines up pretty well with the idea we initially had even prior to this. So I'm really liking that. This will be a really, really good setup at some point. You know? Okay. There's that. Let's look at the OG Chevy line. I like looking at the looking at this shit. Works really well. OG Chevy trendy lines work like fucking bread and butter, dude. It's ridiculous for Forex. Honestly, our indicators work a million times better in Forex. It's fucking hilarious. Like with crypto, the volatility is so crazy, so like MAs don't really do well. Basically anything that's based on math doesn't do well. The traders that seem to be doing the best, that do the best, are structurally based traders in crypto. This looks like just look at that cross there. Fucking didn't cross up there. What, are you fucking serious? In crypto, it would have crossed here. It would have crossed there. It would have crossed there. Maybe it would have crossed there. Cause just how volatile it is, you know. But look at this. Just on that, you just come a 6% gain in Forex. That's crazy huge. Same thing here. Cross there, didn't cross there, didn't cross there. Look at that. Just sustaining. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's unheard of in crypto. And in stocks, it's even crazier. So there's my idea on this idea. I'm looking for a short setup on GBP USD. This long setup was great. I actually did it long already. I already had orders to close in this range here. I didn't expect to break over it. So we're breaking over it, and now we're above it. So I'm assuming we're going to continue up to this range lows and then break down. Okay. I'm not in a position in Forex at all. I'm out of all my positions, I believe. I was just in a Euro and a GPD position, but I think I exited that Euro position prematurely because I thought I was going to break down. Very interesting as well. This one's also very interesting. That's the low point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks like a really good short setup. And one I might take right now. We didn't really turn in a Fibonacci zone we normally look for, but that might be okay. Might get front ran right here. The only thing I don't like it's probably the extension. I don't think it made a minimum requirement. Fuck no. Has been in the box. Ugh, I hate that. Be on high alert if we take this short. For this, if this starts fluttering like this, we have to exit. This is a great risk reward because I think at a bare minimum we'll retrace to the low so we can protect ourselves and drop our stop almost immediately. But we have to be very mindful of what can happen if we start doing these weird back and forth ranging type shit above 1.0965. We have to assume this is going to be an A a B, and a C, being a combo. W, X, Y. Flat, sum X, zigzag. Minimum requirement is up here. Unless this is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, which is possible as well. I'm thinking we might have a chance at one with high. I wouldn't long it, but I would just short it because our entire idea and our entire structure is bearish. So we're looking for shorts. Short it, and if structure does not give us what we want, we exit. Looking for that. Short again. Structure doesn't give us what we want, we exit. GBP, XU, DXY, Euro, USD, GPY. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm honestly gonna kick myself in the ass for this one because I should have taken this trade and I was scared to take this trade. I don't know why I was scared. But at first, when it first hits this high point, I was like, dude, this looks like a fucking clear, flat AVC. But I had some really good friends of mine who are really, really good traders. They were like so bullish on this. So I was like, fuck, I guess I just won't. Because they're primarily Forex traders, so I just trusted they knew more than I did. Maybe not. Last thing to check on. And we can get out of here. Traditional. We're going to just check out SPX and DGI, nothing else, okay? So everything we have interesting. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Very interesting. Because I was with previously that was 5, but look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the fuck? You know? Very interesting. Let's look at SPX before we get carried away on that. Wow, this might kind of be bullish. What the fuck, dude? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that could just be a diagonal. I hope it is. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a feeling it's going to gap down tomorrow for some reason. Be very interesting. Very, very good setup here, in my opinion, for a short retest of lows. Probably really close to the DCB. I mean, a GB, if not at the GB. Right at the GB, which has been literally exactly what we've been studying. Look at this. So I need to update my charts. I apologize for anybody who's joined Elevate recently and have been waiting for my charts to be updated. It's been a month, but I told you guys that's about what you can expect from this. This was a little wrong. Actually, it was very wrong. It's whatever though. I don't erase nothing. Nothing. It's all on there to display. But this was on spot on. Yeesh. Go in a pocket. Right in there. So there's no reason for us to not think that our original plan is not true. Right? So why not take that setup? It's very, very actionable, very good. Your stop would be like 3,050, 60. And you'd be targeting literally new lows at 1920. watch a reaction at 2460, break 2460, 2450, and this will definitely break the low at 2200. Okay. With that, my friends, I think that is it. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? That was weird. Someone fell and I don't know what it was. So with that, my friends, we are done. Thank you all for tuning in. This is your time to ask me any last minute questions or concerns, and I'll get to those before we head out of here in the next 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Again, if you didn't hear, Elevate Trading's high time frame analysis, or aka my high time frame analysis, it's 100% free for y'all. All you have to do is go to Elevate Trading, sign up for free. If you use the Brave browser, for some reason the Brave browser does not like my website, and it just makes it all fuck. Look here, it loads fine, and then it does this weird shit, like where it fucking does that. So if you're on Brave, this is probably what would happen. So I would suggest you open up Chrome. But all you have to do when you open up Brave or Chrome, you go up into this corner right here. There's a button. It says log in. Click on it. Create your free profile with our website. You can make your own profile. Talk to other people who are in Elevate. Create your own create your own bio. Put a screensaver on there. And post stuff on your profile so others can see, and explain your journey and what you're here for, you know. So yeah, do that. Well, I'd appreciate it. You get all my high time frame analysis, which is at a bare minimum updated once a month, if not 2 times a month. I'm gonna try to do it once a week, but we've already seen how well I've been done at that. I did good for 2 weeks, and then I fucking slacked off about a whole month. So I'm going to try to keep it on a scheduled basis, by bare minimum, bi-weekly. I'm going to try to go for a weekly type thing, but I'm going to need some help from my admin, so I'm going to get on the ass to hopefully help me out with this. All right, so go make those profiles. I want to see your comments. I want to see your likes. I want to see what you have to say about what my high time analysis is in Elevate. Tell me what you think. I don't always post it and share on Twitter, but I'll always post my high time frame analysis on Elevate. Not always on Twitter, but on Elevate for sure. Okay, so go do that. I appreciate it. And if you want to learn more what I do and how I do it, you can come join Elevate entirely by joining us and paying for the monthly subscription. You will get help from me and my 2 other colleagues, aka Nebraska Gooner and Crypto Warrior. Both studs in what they do. We each have this very, very unique and different types of trading strategies. So just because Elliott Wave doesn't make sense to you, one of their 2 strategies might make sense to you. And so it won't knock to at least see what we got, right? Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Oh yeah, by the way, we locked in a few partnerships. We locked in one partnership with AliPal Wallet. So anybody part of Elevate Trading group can get a discount off the AliPal Wallet. And this comes at no benefit for your admin or the owners of Elevate, aka me and Nebraska Gooner and Warrior. We do not get any paid benefit from that. All we get is knowing that we're benefiting and providing more value to our membership subscriptions. So that's what we did that. We also locked in a partnership with the Macrodesiac. Macrodesiac is my favorite and my only trusted source for anything and everything macroeconomics on stocks and Forex. I do not trust anybody else. He's the only one I trust. And you get a discount if you are part of our part of Elevate. Instead of paying $40 a month, you'll get to pay $25 a month. So that's a fat discount for being part of Elevate. And again, we get no paid benefit from this. All we get is benefit in knowing that we're providing more value and giving all the tools for members to succeed in not only cryptocurrency, but in trading in total. Because one of the biggest blind eyes in trading comes at the macroeconomics level. Most people turn away from it. They don't want to study it. It's hard. It takes a lot of work. You have to go to school for it, or have to at least study like you're going to school for it, right? TA is easy. You're looking at shit. More people will learn about looking at shit and have that type of memory, right? It takes a little bit more effort to understand the concepts between macroeconomics. That's why we got him. We got David Bell to do all that work for us and just give us a very clean, concise analysis based on the macroeconomics. So that's what he does. He's really good. Sign up. You can try out his. You get a 30-day trial. Even with Elevate, you get a 30-day trial. So why not try it? At least try it. Try it. Just see what he got. In my opinion, you won't be turned away. And again, if you're part of Elevate Trading, you get a huge discount. Huge discount. Okay. And again, we get no paid benefit. So I have no reason to shill this other than the fact that it helps my members and helps people gain an edge most people don't normally have. So thank you all for tuning in and listening to me ramble right there. We got some more things up our sleeves in Elevate, more partnerships we're trying to lock in, and so it'll only get better. All right, so thank you all for tuning in. You can catch me again this Thursday at about the same time we get it popping. Okay, it's been your boy Satoshi motherfucking heavy with a dose of crypto, forex, and some stocks. You can catch me again, like I said, this Thursday at about the same time, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll get it popping just like we did today. Talk all about intraday. Since I covered the high time frame pretty good today as well as extremely good on Sunday, we're not going to touch base with that at all come Thursday. Okay, so everybody have a blessed few days. Be safe. Be responsible. Listen to your health officials and your governmental officials and what you do surrounding the COVID circumstances. And yeah, we'll see you Thursday. This has been your boy, Social Motherfucking Heavy. Peace the fuck out.
Shit, get this stupid rich. CNN, nah, that's that fake shit again. What's that used to be friends? What's that exchange rate for them favorites? Bet it's nothing, my nigga. I might sneeze on your opinion, that's just something or shit. Oh, she lit through the camera, she the new paparazzi. Make it get off the phone, then get right on my chest.